At just 21 years old, Abdullah Mason, 17 KOs, is lighting up the lightweight division with a blend of speed, power, and ring IQ that has boxing insiders buzzing. The Cleveland, Ohio native, promoted by Top Rank, is set to face Sam Noakes for the vacant WBO lightweight title in November 2025 as part of a stacked Riyadh season card in Saudi Arabia. With comparisons to the legendary Sugar Ray Leonard already swirling, Mason's meteoric rise prompts the question, is he truly the heir to Leonard's legacy, or is the hype premature? Let's break down Mason's career, skills, challenges, and whether he has what it takes to reach the pantheon of boxing greats. The rise of Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason turned professional in 2021 at age 17, and in just 4 years, he's compiled an undefeated 19-0 record with an 89.4% knockout rate. His amateur background, while not as decorated as Leonard's Olympic gold medal run in 1976, was impressive, with a reported 110 record and multiple national titles. Mason's pro career began with a string of quick knockouts, showcasing his devastating left hand, as seen in his February 2024 KO of Benjamin Gurman. By June 2025, he headlined his first major card in Norfolk, Virginia, dismantling Jeremy Nakathila in a fifth-round TKO, landing 51.4% of his punches and outlanding his opponent 75-26. This performance earned praise from WBO President Gustavo Olivieri, who noted Mason's growing sharpness and danger. Mason's most talked about fight came in December 2024 against Johan Vasquez, where he survived 2 first-round knockdowns to deliver a brutal body shot KO. This resilience drew attention, with fans on social media calling it a Prospect of the Year moment. His ability to adapt under pressure and finish fights has fueled comparisons to Leonard, who was known for his clutch performances against the likes of Roberto Duran and Marvin Hagler. The Leonard comparison, style and substance. Sugar Ray Leonard, a 5-division world champion with a 36-3, 25 KOs record, redefined boxing in the 1970s and 1980s with his charisma, speed, and versatility. So how does Mason stack up? At 5'9" with a 72-inch reach, Mason's physical profile mirrors Leonard's at welterweight, 5'10", 74-inch reach. Both are known for their blistering hand speed, precise jabs, and devastating power. Leonard with his iconic bolo punch, Mason with his crushing left hook. Observers have noted Mason's guard manipulation, varied punch speed, and ability to smother opponents' shots, traits reminiscent of Leonard's slick footwork and defensive wizardry. Mason's switch-hitting ability, while not as pronounced as Leonard's, adds a layer of unpredictability. Against Nakathila, he relied heavily on his jab, holding back his trademark hooks to avoid counters, a strategic choice that echoes Leonard's cerebral approach in his 1980 rematch with Duran. Social media posts from fans like at Najichil have praised Mason's wrinkles in his game at such a young age, highlighting his ability to mix head and body shots with varied pacing. Leonard was a master at dictating fight tempo, and Mason's growing command of the ring suggests a similar aptitude. However, Leonard's era was defined by wars against all-time greats like Thomas Hearns, Wilfred Benitez, and Duran. Mason, while facing solid opposition like Nakathila, 26-5, 21 KOs, and Vasquez, has yet to meet a fighter of that caliber. His upcoming bout with Noakes, 17-0, 15 KOs, a power-punching Brit, ranked #1 by the WBO, will be his first 12-round test and a critical gauge of his readiness for elite competition. Strengths. What makes Mason special? Mason's skill set is a blend of old-school fundamentals and modern flair. His power, particularly in his left hand, is exceptional for a lightweight, with 17 knockouts in 19 fights. His June 2025 performance against Nakathila showcased his accuracy, landing over half his punches, a stat that would make any boxing purist nod in approval. His ability to recover from adversity, as seen in the Vasquez fight, demonstrates mental toughness, a trait Leonard displayed in his comeback against Hearns in 1981. Mason's footwork and ring generalship are also standout qualities. In a leaked sparring video from July 2025 against Floyd Schofield Jr., Mason dominated with pressure, keeping the shorter Schofield off balance and landing clean shots. While the clip was edited, potentially to favor Mason, It underscored his ability to impose his will on a talented opponent. His versatility, switching between orthodox and southpaw, varying punch selection, and adjusting mid-fight, has drawn comparisons to Leonard's chameleon-like adaptability. Off the ring, Mason's professionalism and charisma are earning him fans. His post-fight interviews exude confidence without arrogance, and his connection to Cleveland and Norfolk has built a loyal following. Challenges: the road ahead. Despite the hype, Mason faces hurdles that could derail the Leonard comparison. His defensive lapses, exposed by Vasquez's 2 knockdowns, raise concerns. Analysts have noted he leaves himself open when throwing uppercuts and hooks, a flaw that elite fighters like Noakes or future opponents like Shakur Stevenson could exploit. Floyd Schofield Sr., in a June 2025 interview, dismissed a potential bout with Mason, claiming his son destroyed him in amateur and sparring sessions, though the leaked video suggests otherwise. Such criticism highlights the scrutiny Mason will face as he climbs the ranks. The lightweight division is a shark tank, with talents like Stevenson, 22-0, 10 KOs, Devin Haney, 32-0, 15 KOs, and Gervonta Davis, 30-0, 28 KOs, looming. Leonard faced a murderer's row of opponents early in his career, and Mason will need to navigate similar challenges to prove his greatness. His lack of experience in 12-round fights is another question mark. Leonard's endurance in grueling bouts like his 1987 upset over Hagler set him apart, and Mason's stamina remains untested at that level. The weight class jump is another factor. While Mason is a natural lightweight, Leonard's success across multiple divisions, welterweight to middleweight, showcased his ability to adapt to bigger opponents. If Mason wins the WBO title, calls for fights at 140 or 147 pounds will grow, testing his physical limits. His youth, 21, is an advantage, but as at Adams Boxing Show noted on social media, Top Rank's pacing will determine whether he's fast-tracked to face monsters like Stevenson by 2026. The Noakes fight, a defining moment. The November 2025 clash with Sam Noakes is Mason's biggest test yet. Noakes, a 27-year-old Brit with a 17-0, 15 KOs record, is a pressure fighter with a high knockout rate, though critics argue his competition has been limited to the British level. The fight, part of a Riyadh season card headlined by David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde, offers Mason a global stage. A win would make him the youngest lightweight champion since Devin Haney in 2019 and solidify his status as a future pound-for-pound star. A loss, however, could slow his momentum, as Leonard's 1980 loss to Duran briefly did before his iconic rematch. Mason's preparation will be key. Noakes' aggressive style could exploit Mason's defensive gaps, but Mason's speed and power might overwhelm Noakes, who has never faced an opponent of Mason's caliber. The neutral territory of Saudi Arabia levels the playing field, and the fight's inclusion on a card with Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. ensures massive exposure via ESPN and DAZN. Why Mason matters? Abdullah Mason represents the future of boxing, a young, dynamic fighter with the skills to thrill and the heart to overcome adversity. Whether he becomes the next Sugar Ray Leonard or carves his own path, his journey is one to watch. On November 2025, in the desert heat of Riyadh, Mason has a chance to show the world he's more than hype. He's a generational talent ready to shine. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thank you.